everyone. Today I'm going to show you a quick 5-minute routine that you can use to relieve headaches and migraines. As research indicates, many migraines are often caused by tight traps. So I'm going to show you how to stretch and release your traps using just a lacrosse ball and a wall. The first point that we're going to hit is a trigger point in the upper traps over here. So to find it, you're going to be looking for a marker size kind of cable in this muscle. So it's further back. You're going to pinch it between your fingers, and to loosen the muscle, you can drop this arm and look down. So you'll feel it kind of bulge out. You grip it between your fingers. Don't rub back and forth. Just pinch it and release a few times. If this one is very active, you'll likely feel the pain either release or you'll feel it somewhere else. So you just pinch and release a few times, and then we're going to move on to the next point. Okay, so the next point that we're going to hit, we're going to use the lacrosse ball. You could also use a tennis ball, although it might be a little bit soft. We're going to be going a little bit further back on the shoulder, and we're going to use the corner of a wall. So we're going to place the ball, the top foot kind of back. We're going to go forward and just put pressure going out. And you just do a few rolls here, and that should help to release that point. We have one more point to release for today, and still using the ball and a wall, we're going to be positioning the ball on the inside of our shoulder blade down towards the center here. And then you're going to lean into the wall. You could actually go all the way along the shoulder blade here because the trap actually extends quite a ways down and attaches at the base of the skull. So this is why we feel tension in our neck and get headaches from having tight traps. So once you've done a few strokes there, I will be adding a diagram right after this to show you exactly where those points are. We'll move on to a few stretches that you can do. Now we're going to stretch our traps and our neck. We're going to start by crossing our legs and sitting with a tall spine. I'm going to turn my head and tilt it. I'm still looking straight ahead. And I'm going to start by pushing my head into my hand. I never want to pull on my head with my hand. So I'm going to push my head up and towards my hand to stretch this side. If you don't get enough of a stretch here, you can take your other hand and walk your fingers diagonally behind you. So this should give you an extra stretch. So you want to hold the stretch for 5 to 10 deep breaths. After you've done that, you're going to repeat the same thing, but bringing your chin towards your shoulder, like so, and pushing your head up into your hand. So now the stretch should move further back. You'll repeat that for both sides, and then I have one more stretch for you that you can do. You're going to, again, clasp your fingers, and you'll be pushing your head up into your hands and not pulling down with your hands. I'm going to turn around so you could see exactly where I've positioned my hands on my head, and it's also important to keep in mind that my elbows stay in. If I flare out my elbows, I won't get quite the same stretch in the upper back and lower neck. So I position my hands, and I push my head up, keeping my shoulders down. So here, you'll feel the stretch through this area. And if you want to feel the stretch a little bit more to the left or to the right, you could also turn your head like this. So that is our video on releasing your muscles to relieve headaches. I hope you liked the video and found it helpful.